Welcome back to Nino Kuni 2. So yes...
Well, the world is ending, so I think now's the time to manage my kingdom and do side quests.
Evan, are you mad?
Look,
no, we're
see,
just... No, Lofty, we're just in a JRPG.
No.
Where does the Horned Ones as evil as they come? I don't know how you managed to hide a reputation like that, but I ain't that keen on finding out either.
You know, maybe it's the fact that it looks like a giant mountain full of spikes and evilness. Just maybe.
Maybe.
Go ahead. Sorry. Dwebs.
Leander, are those horrible things really the people of Allegoria?
Well, Miss Tani, you see, how do I put this?
Think of something, man!
I'm thinking, okay? Just give me a moment.
We may not have a moment.
You see, when darkness turns to light, fuck it.
They have sex and create ghosts?
There is nothing in the historical record to suggest that the kingdom's subjects look this way. I strongly suspect that the dark power of the Horned One is warping their appearance.
What did it have to do with the whole dark and light thing you mentioned earlier?
Well...
Oh, you see, Tawny, when darkness and light really love each other, they create these babies called shadows.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. That's not the beginning of the conversation. Go ahead.
Back to the library, huh? Means more searching through stone tablets. Yeah, just thinking about moving those things around makes my arms tired.
What are you, Sakurai?
I wish I had a secretary.
Yeah, well, where's the Secretary of State when I need her? Or him?
Why? Did they have to write that stuff on those lumps of rock anyhow? And I heard we're still doing it too. What's wrong with paper, huh?
Yeah, I mean, paper exists fine and well.
Yeah, let's ask you...
Or this leaf book, use that.
Bodley is very old-fashioned. Go ahead.
Yar, I suppose the folks at Copal like the writing to be done on stone. Seems like a good idea to me. I have an over habit of tearing any piece of paper I ever try to write on.
That's what copies are for.
That was some management issue.
Get a clipboard or the equivalent.
Man, I hate paper. Die, paper, die! That's right, paper, you have been defeated. Go ahead.
Mind you, them stone tablets ain't indestructible either. Why, I could smash one of the blessed fakes to smithereens with one hand.
Exactly, and don't even pit one against Chris Redfield. It will die.
Alright. Feel free to hang back. Feel free to hang back there, tough guy.
Yes, Twibs?
I was thinking maybe you could do Bracken, but Pedro's playthrough. So.
Jova's already doing
Bracken if need be.
Jova's already doing Evan, so.
I mean, I can handle multiple roles if need be. I mean,
besides, I'm doing two characters, so.
Sure. Doesn't really matter.
Evan, are you mad? The world's ending.
Don't worry, Lofty. Don't worry, the Horned
Lofty is just the soul light.
Don't worry, Lofty. The Horned One will just stay there and do nothing until we go there, so we're fine.
As for why I'm acting like this, I've been doing some research, and I think I may know what's afflicting me.
Go ahead.
Oh, hello, Bygone. What are you up to?
I came to collect the last piece of the armor that we sent to Fido to be repaired, but the foolish boy is nowhere to be seen.
Oh. Maybe he's running around.
Alright, we're finally gonna get the payoff between these two.
Alright.
Just where he has disappeared to exactly.
The safety bunker, maybe? Oh, I'm sure he hasn't gone far. Let me go and look for him.
Thank you, Your Majesty. He really is nothing but trouble, that grandson of mine.
Generational disputes.
Well, that's family, boy. A gruff
know.
granddad.
My father died.
Oh,
And my caretaker was killed in front of me, too.
Oh, right.
My mother probably died.
Okay, I get it. Jeez. Go ahead.
Oh, there you are. What's going on, Fido?
That's you, Jova. It's the Jova show now.
Oh, King Heaven. Do not worry. I will be returning to work right away.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Evan,
the Jova...
keep a tally on your
Ladies
dead relatives.
and gentlemen, the Jova Hexing show. Go ahead.
Bygone's waiting for you, you know.
Basically, Shiroi Bygone, aka Fido's grandpa, is waiting for his armor.
But what? My grandfather? Oh no. I knew it. I knew my armor would displease him. He must be furious. Oh, I cannot face him. I simply cannot.
A little reminder that the reason, remember that Fido tried to get into the army like it was family tradition, but he failed as a soldier, so he became an armor maker. So he always,
trying to please a parent,
a grandparent,
A grandparent at that.
Yeah.
I was a failure as a soldier, and now I've proven myself a failure as an armorer. No wonder my grandfather is angry at me. Please, Your Majesty, I cannot go and face him now. He's literally across the street from me. How hasn't he been able to find me? Will you tell him for me? Please tell him that I am indisposed. So you want me, the king, to lie to him?
I can
you
hear
want
you.
to tell him we can hear him?
Well, to be fair, remember we're supposed to indicate that the distance is larger than what it seems in the gameplay. It's just the gameplay in gameplay it's shorter for the sake of convenience to the player. But anyway, go ahead.
Hello, Bygone. I'm afraid Fido is indisposed.
Grr, typical foolish young pup. He thinks I am angry with him, does he not?
You're not? Oh, how did you know that?
I know my grandson well enough. He has always lacked faith in himself. I did not come to rage at him. Quite the opposite, in fact.
Ah, he's paranoid.
Yep. His work is very impressive indeed. In fact, my men refuse to have their armor seen to by anybody else.
I see.
There you go.
It's basically a lack of
He's
faith.
he's afraid of letting his grandpa down. That is why I've come to visit him personally. I thought I should let him know how well I thought he was doing.
Oh, Fido. Goodness!
A soldier's armor becomes part of him, you see. Over time, it becomes impossible to tell where the man ends and the armor begins. War philosophy and shit. Of course, most are too embarrassed to admit that. To admit the extent to which they rely on the work of craftspeople like my grandson. Nice.
Gosh, he really has to hear this. You wouldn't believe how badly he's got the wrong end of the stick.
He is still young. Little more than a pup.
He looks like a teenager.
The more I think about it, the more I believe it would be better for you to tell him this. You two are young, he will listen. If he sees me, he will simply run with his tail between his legs.
That may be the first time an NPC has come up with a good reason for me to tell someone else something for them.
And if you do not mind, could you please take him 3 balls of cuddly warm cotton as well? He will understand its significance.
Okay, I won't judge. Cuddly warm cotton?
That's a...
It's no...
That you can easily buy that material in your very own shop anyway, so don't worry, that's just fine.
Well, it's no ball of yarn, so I won't get distracted by it.
Alright. Go ahead.
I wonder if my grandfather is still waiting for me. I'm sure that he is. He's far too stubborn to give up and go home.
Alright, here's
You're a
some...
little stubborn to yourself.
Here's a cuddly warm cotton.
Great news, Fido! Your grandfather's not angry with you at all!
He's absolutely furious.
Really? No. I do not believe you. He was merely pretending for your benefit. Your Majesty, as soon as he sees me, he is sure to erupt with fury once again.
Wow, you must have had a really fun childhood, dude.
He really won't, I promise. In fact, he's got something very important to tell you.
You're fired.
But, King Evan, it has been so long. I feel it would be better now if we were not to meet at all.
Hold on.
Oh, I almost forgot. He asked me to give you this.
A pink slip?
No, 3 clumps of cuddly warm cotton. Pay attention to this.
Well, they are pink, so...
Cuddly warm cotton. Grandfather always used to use this to polish his armor. So that's it. He wants you to polish up your skills.
Go ahead.
I spent so much time with him as a young pup.
Aw.
I would sit with him as he polished his armor, listening to his stories. There was a famous armorer in Goldpaw back then. My grandfather would always clean his armor before taking it to him to have improvements made.
How nice.
A soldier's armor grows to become part of him over time. That is what he used to say. And the man who makes his armor becomes his brother. Brother in arms.
Oh,
Kinda.
And he truly seemed to mean it. He was never a sentimental man, but his bond with the armorer was a true and a deep one. In fact, this is why I sought to become an armorer myself. I think I've always known I could never be a soldier.
that's okay. Not everybody has to be.
But I loved him and respected him so. I wished to have the same bond that he had with this man, if I could. I had completely forgotten this. Thank you, King Evan. You have reminded me of exactly what I decided. Why I decided that armor making was my true calling. I must return to my workshop right away.
That's wonderful to hear, Fido.
Cool.
Maybe see your grandfather before you go?
But I must confess I'm still a little frightened of him. Would you mind coming with me?
Really? You don't have a 10-year-old accompany you because you're scared?
Really? I mean, I don't mind, of course, but you really needn't be frightened. I promise.
All right. Let's,
Okay, I'll come.
all right.
Where'd they go? Oh, yeah.
You have done my grandson a great service, King Evan. Thank you. And thank you for giving him the cuddly warm cotton, too.
You're welcome, Bygone. I'm just glad you're friends again.
There was actually another reason why I came here. Another thing I wanted to discuss with Fido.
You're moving in?
He has become a fine armorer, as you know, but there is still room to improve. The only way this will happen, however, is if he is exposed to pieces of unsurpassed quality, obviously. For example, some warlord's armor of grade 8 or higher. If my grandson were to spend some time studying a piece such as that, he would learn a great deal, I am certain.
I see. Well, I better go and find one for him.
No need, I can just make one. Thank you, Your Majesty. Fido holds you in the very highest regard, you know. It would mean a great deal to him if you were to present him with the armor yourself.
Uh-huh. I just need to find it somewhere.
You can indeed find it somewhere. However, actually,
Really? You don't have it in your backpack, Evan?
I don't think I have one yet, do I? Let me see.
What is it, Your Majesty? Oh, you say my grandfather asked you to bring me something.
Alright, let's see. Do I have one? No, I don't.
No.
Alright, that's okay. I'll just make one.
I think it was some warlord's armor of grade 8
Yeah.
or higher.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fido. My mistake.
No,
This isn't what he
that's okay.
wanted.
We don't need to read that. Let's just reply in dialogue.
Weird. Yeah, Fido's section, they're almost like you did want me to read it. That had me a bit confused.
Again, like Kino doesn't even need that much time to make the characters he writes relatable and likable. Like this is such a small little side thingy that doesn't even.
Well, to be fair, this has been spanning over a few side quests, to be fair. It's had some time in the oven.
Go ahead.
So, this is what my father asked you to bring me.
That's right. He thought you might be able to learn a lot by studying it.
I see. Thank you, Your Honor, for everything. If it's not a day that goes by when I do not feel blessed to have the opportunity to come to your kingdom.
You're welcome, Fido.
Thanks to you, I feel I'm closer to realizing my dream than ever. And to my grandfather, too. I will not let you down, either of you!
Good job.
I know you won't, Fido. You've changed so much since I first met you. It's wonderful to see.
Indeed it is.
They grow up so fast.
There you go.
You get some enigma piece.
A material.
Gruff, granddad.
Alright. Oh, this is now time for the newbie one. Go ahead.
Who's...
That's Jova.
Oh.
It's Brody.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, right,
it is
him.
the Jova show.
Newbie? Why? Is everything alright?
Well, Jova, you said you could enter multiple roles. Well, there you go. Step up to it.
Oh, yeah, of course. I just forgot about this guy. Not really. Something kind of bad happened. So I was talking to this guy about weapon tech and stuff, and I happened to mention the kind of work we can and can't give newbie. Turns out he was listening, and next thing I know, he ran off without saying a word.
Well, remember, Newbie's still a kid, so obviously he would... Good.
I don't know what he thought he heard. Anyway, ever since then, he's been acting really weird, like super cold.
Oh, you mean like a cat?
Well, he's a
Must
dog,
be
but
like-
still.
Wait, I thought Newbie was a cat.
No.
Am I mistaking him with another guy?
No, both Newbie and Fido are dogs from Goldpaw, so no. Remember, they're childhood friends, so...
Oh, right, I have Newbie mixed up with that rookie chef
don't worry,
guy.
Joe. We will meet a cat weapon maker later.
That's
not
okay.
now.
You do that? Oh, man, if you could, you'd be really helping me out. Thanks, Your Majesty.
Newbie's crisis of confidence.
Of course.
Alright, let's find Newbie. And let's see, and there he is.
Ah, there you are. What are you doing all the way out here, newbie?
Playing my sad piano.
King Evan, I am just examining the soil here. Yeah, that's it.
I don't recall hiring you as a gardener.
I am thinking about how various metals are formed and so on. Why? Do you need something?
Those two have nothing to do with each other. Not really. It's just, well, I've been speaking with Brody, and did something happen between you two?
Brody. Oh. No, nothing. It's simple that, well, I was under the impression that he considered me an equal, a fellow weapon maker, but it seems I was wrong.
Listen to the sad piano.
You see, I heard him speaking about me with one of his friends.
Wow, he's already made friends.
He said I was not to be allowed. Well, remember, we established him he was a really charismatic guy in a side quest, so that's expected. He's just a kid, man. Basically,
I see.
So yeah, he was saying, no, we can't let him do that. He's just a kid, blah, blah, blah. Brody always praises me to my face, but now I have learned that this true opinion of me is rather different.
You don't know that for sure, newbie. Perhaps you meant something different.
But, sorry. Go ahead.
I understand how you feel. Thank you for telling me. I remember back in the day, everyone was saying, it'll never work a kingdom run by a 10-year-old like Evan. Well, who's laughing now, huh?
I'm king of the world.
Well, there's still the Horn one to deal with before we get there.
Well,
Brody, I've spoken to Newbie. He's upset because you said he's not allowed to work on certain weapons.
Huh.
Did you say that? That he couldn't work on certain things because he's just a child?
Listen, Newbie's a great kid. He's super passionate, and his skills are way better than most guys with years of experience.
But
It's not just me saying that, by the way. Everyone in the industry says he's an awesome talent, which is why there's no way I'd ever put him in any danger.
Oh, danger?
yeah, everyone else
Hold
is
on.
expendable, but this
Some of
kid-
our work involves a lot of fumes. Dog folk have super sensitive lungs, and he's a kid. Besides, there's no way I can let him do that stuff.
that is
Cancer.
that's a good point.
Yay.
That's what I meant when I said he was just a kid. It has nothing to do with his talent. I just didn't want him getting hurt. Guess I can understand why he took it that way, though.
Oh, so it's all just a big misunderstanding. Again. I knew it. We gotta set things straight, Brody.
Totally, but before you do that... I hate to ask you this, but I need another favor.
Go ahead.
You know the work I was talking about before with the fumes? Well, there is a way to make it safe, even for newbie.
Oh, goody.
He just needs to wear a mask made of frost fluffy cotton. That way, he won't be breathing any of the bad stuff in. Why doesn't everyone get this, dog or not?
Well, remember, this specific fumes are bad for the dog specifically because of their
Who's naming
hypersensitive.
this cotton?
Not just that, Jova.
Shiroi, they hail from your country. You tell us.
Also, Jova, I'm thinking it's a thing of the mask, basically protecting you, but not for prolonged exposure.
Well, I get that. I mean, that's what it's for a newbie here. But I guess to be fair, if it's a case where the fumes are harmless unless you have a super sensitive lung to it, then I guess I can understand that.
Also, I can relate a bit.
Well, again, Shiroi, you tell us they hail from your country. So.
I've never heard of this. It's RPG jargon.
Anyway, yeah, here's some frosty fluff cotton.
Free comes.
Also, frosty fluff. That's okay.
Brody told me to give it to you. You just need to make a face mask out of it, and you'll be allowed to work on the weapons he was talking about.
But
That sounds like a breakfast cereal.
When Brody said you were just a child, he didn't have anything to do with your weapon-making abilities. He just didn't want you to breathing in any of the dangerous fumes. That's all.
so Brody was worried about me? Oh my god, I must apologize.
Yeah, again, you're the prodigy, and everyone else can.
Oh, I have been a fool.
yeah.
Well, remember, Shiroi, ever since we first met him, it's abundantly clear that he always had confidence issues, so...
It's literally a confidence crisis he's having right now.
Remember, Shiroi, his grandma died, and he wanted to become a weapon maker to make her proud, because that's what she was as well. And like...
All because one cat had to get run over.
Yeah.
It's a butterfly effect, Shiroi.
It's like...
It
It's,
has to stop.
it reminds me of why Walt Disney had terrible stuff happening to parents, because his mother died in a house fire in the house he bought for her.
Well, remember what Walt Disney told us, Shiroi, when it comes to storytelling. For every smile, there must also be a tear.
In Hina's case, for every smile, there has to be
Five
intense
tears.
eternal suffering.
Pretty much.
Alright, so go ahead.
I know you've done a lot for me already, but I have one teeny tiny little last thing to ask. The kid needs to be constantly challenged, man. He needs to be looking at high-grade weapons, like the whole time, so he can always be learning. So I was thinking, if you handed one over, being the king and all, he'd pay extra special attention.
Another request? Golly.
Even Evan is getting sick of this.
Evan, you
God,
should stop
God, God's
charging
sake.
for these.
It'd be really great if you could bring a radiant blade of grade A or higher for the little guy. He could learn a lot.
Alright, a radiant
I'm
blade of great
sure
age.
he could.
Let's see if we... Oh, hold on. Yeah, so just to check if I have one, which I don't. Let's skip this, no need to read it. So let's see if we can make one. Actually, hold on. Might as well check. I think there's some research that finished. Where? Oh, that's right. I still have to get Lady Trudy so I can build that garden there. Yeah, I haven't... That farm, actually, sorry. Emerald Fingers. Yeah, that's Lady Trudy. I'll have to be sure to get her later. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, that's right. If I remember correctly, we're going to upgrade the Arenella Square in this part. Alright. No, it seems like there's nothing. Alright. I actually forgot what was my thought process looking for this.
You were checking if there were any research happening.
No, I know that. It's just that... hold on. Again, if I could only remember... Yeah. Oh, no, I think I'm looking for... I think I'm trying to remember where I left a specific citizen. But whatever. Moving on. Alright, make weapons. Let's see. Radiant Blade. Radiant Blade. Do we have it? Maybe we need to do some more research. Looks like we don't have it. Do we? Burning Blade? No. No, we don't have Radiant Blades, apparently.
Burning Blade, Radiant. Yes, Akira, we all know about Fire Emblem.
Alright.
It's definitely Java.
Alright, let's see. Research. Level 6 melee weapon. Yes, let's try and do this research. Oh, sorry. What do we need for it? Hold on.
You can have a skill.
Yeah, we need it. Oh yeah, that's right. We still need to find my personal favorite weapon maker in the game. And he's a cat. So there you go. We will get a cat one as well.
So,
What else? Alright, let's see if there's anyone to level up. We'll finish off that side quest later. Oh, some citizens level up. Alright, Jova, get ready.
Keeping the peace and gathering intelligence is what I was born to do. It's a tough job, but I love it.
You said it, Natasha.
Alright, Crystal.
It's funny, but it's a good day's work. Seems to be amazing things on my skin. Guess feeling good really does make you look good. Well, you are working on a formula for immortality. I would expect it would do the skin good.
True. Alright, go ahead, Shirei.
I'm good, thanks for asking. In fact, I'm more than good. If there's anything you need, I'm ready and waiting.
I'm super! Thanks for asking.
Alright then, I need you to test the Ultra Super Def Mega Layers, a security system that Kimmy's been working on.
Dwebs?
Evan, I thought we were supposed to be peaceful.
Go ahead, Dwebs.
Yes, but we have security still.
Oh, my research is going swimmingly. I do not even need assistance. I can do everything myself.
Swimmingly, ha ha ha.
But Evan, don't you think that maybe don't you think basically what's basically a Death Star will make us look a bit hostile?
No, because it only appears to those who try and kill us.
Don't worry, Dwebs. Don't worry, Lofty. It only shows up to those who are pure of heart.
Pure of heart.
I think you mean the other way around.
Okay, fine.
If it were that, damn near 3/4 of the kingdom would be dead.
Alright.
3/4 of the kingdom are pure of heart? Jeez. Guess humanity has gotten better.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, there's a quarter that's. I know someone who cheated on his missus, and another who cheated on her husband, and another who stole from the poor, and another one who thinks that.
How is that pure of heart?
Everyone thinks that apple pie is tasty. I'm talking about the ones that aren't pure of heart, man.
Alright.
Make up your
Edge
mind,
magic.
Lofty.
I agree with the whole people who think apple pie is tasty.
And Evan, you
there-
won't believe what I saw Tiny doing last night.
What?
Wait, you saw that?
What? Planting a whoopee cushion on your throne?
Oh, phew, just that.
What? What else was there, man?
Nothing else.
Evan, you little dafty.
What?
Are you trying to call Evan a peeping Tom?
Oh, for
I
God's
didn't
sake,
say-
nothing like that.
Where to next?
I wasn't even aware of that, miss.
Next we're
No,
going
I wasn't peeping in on anything that I wasn't invited to.
next
You don't like Tomcat, but sure.
we're gonna prepare for a skirmish side quest. If I remember correctly. Oh yeah, but first
Ladies and
There'll be a
gentlemen,
skirmish
they,
scandal at this rate.
Yeah. Scandal. Evan secretly gets it on behind the scenes.
Well, he and Tony are pretty much destined for each other.
so let's so basically Dwebs, you're trying to make him out like quite kind of like the Pee Wee Herman scandal.
Oh jeez.
What now?
Well, remember
You-
Paul Rubens was caught masturbating in a porn theater. Never mind. And,
Oh, no?
and that's the thing, Jova. Remember? no, that's the thing, Jova. It destroyed his reputation at the time for a while. Never mind
Because
the fact
he was masturbating in a porn area.
Yeah, never mind. What the only question I can ask to people back then was, what do you think men do in there exactly? They just sit there and watch movies.
You appreciate the direction.
Was this back in the 90s, perchance?
Yes, and I don't
But
understand.
seriously, we almost got well, that was a bit different, but yeah.
Oh, well, absolutely delighted to have her.
I too have been thinking about what else might be done in order to help you achieve your noble aim of uniting the world.
You want to join our kingdom too, don't you?
No, first you're gonna have to do something for me.
And then you're gonna want to join.
Callian, go ahead.
Ah,
Whatever.
how kind of you.
It's nothing less than my duty, Your Majesty. Now, if you will permit me to proceed directly to the heart of the matter.
What were you doing with this girl named Tani?
This kingdom was once terrorized by a fiery dragon named Volko, a beast so mighty it could take on an entire battalion of soldiers in combat.
Alright, I think I read that in chapter 13 of the History of Fire Emblem.
Yes.
Considering the terrain, it's difficult to believe at the moment.
It's not in this specific town. You'll see. It's in the Elizabeth's Labyrinth, the place where we went
You
with
think a
Leon.
fiery dragon would hate a water-based city?
Like, they'd come here and just like, no, 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 no.
Thou must
Yeah.
continue to live in fear of the creature's return. I have begun to wonder if its great power might be brought to whatever.
Jesus.
Wow! It certainly would be great to have a dragon on our side.
The basic point
in fact,
of
there's
this-
a dragon hanging out in a cave not too far from here.
The basic
But
point
based on
of
what you're saying, it sounds like Volko isn't around anymore.
the basic point is that she wants to try to convince Volko to come to our cause, join our cause, basically. That is correct. Prince Cameron is master of all things aquatic, drive the beast away from the shores. There you go. It is said that he now resides in a scorching hot desert. There you go, Shiroi. See?
Well, maybe he wants to stay there where it's safe and not in the water.
Drippy, maybe you could be the dragon.
Naturally, he bears something of a grudge against Hydropolis and all who are associated with it. I fear that a request for assistance may not be well received. Certainly at first.
Oh, no, I'm not playing diplomat here with a ferocious dragon.
But Your Majesty, I've read all over Leafbook about all your diplomacy feats.
I'm going to need a very good reward for this.
Well, you'll get a new piece for a new troop for your armor aside from me? For your army, sorry.
Oh, so I called it. You do want to join our kingdom. Fine, I'll give it a try.
Thank you. I believe the desert in question to be the Drylands. You will find him there, along with his minions.
Of course I called it. I've been called it.
I will go on ahead and see if I cannot try him out.
Very nice of you.
Please join me whenever you are ready.
Oh boy, this is going to be so juicy for the Evermore Gazette.
True that.
So, Drippy has become the writer for a gossip tablet.
Lofty, you mean?
Lofty. Yeah.
Oh,
Oopsie.
Yeah. Basically, you see, Miss Shiroi, we created this new, I created this new magazine, this new newspaper for the kingdom, and I'm the editor-in-chief.
We are
Oh,
such in good
boy.
hands.
It looks like it, yeah.
And,
Alright.
and I've got such a big plan in mind for the first issue. Evan and Tiny's big day out.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what was that?
Alright, let's check. Let's see if there's anything new at the Swift Solutions.
Don't worry, Evan, it'll be kid-friendly.
Good.
Remember, we're trying to keep this family friendly.
Yeah.
As family-friendly as a game where your caretaker dies in front of you, your father gets poisoned, your dog doesn't get
Yes,
burned
well,
alive.
An entire species gets thrown into the slums because of racism.
I think the game's
Well-
rated 16 round here.
Look at the bright side. At least your dog doesn't get burned alive in an oven.
I actually think it's 12 around here.
It's Peggy 12. I think it's Peggy 12, Dwebs.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
E for everyone ages 10 and up.
I think it's E10
talking
in the
about the
West,
Peggy.
in America.
Or is it rated T for teen? I forget.
Hold on, I'm checking right now. Game.
Anyway, Taskmaster, guy from Marvel.
But I'll be needing a man to run the sports articles. Who's interested?
Welcome to Swift Solutions.
Yeah, Peggy 12.
Okay.
We'll leave that to what's her name?
Yeah, and never mind, Jova. The game is rated T for teen in America.
Oh,
Yeah,
and,
okay.
Bracken can be our technology correspondent.
Yeah,
Oh
it's,
shoot, I guess we ain't trying to be all too kid-friendly then.
it's Peggy 12 for Europe, yeah, like Shiroi said, and for Australia, it's PG for mild violence.
It still is a game about politics, so I'm not sure children can comprehend it immediately.
So join us next time when we...
I think the game does a good job in explaining it in a way that kids can understand it. Personally, that's one of Hino's greatest. That's one of the greatest. Again, remember, Teo, the fourth Yokai Watch movie dealt with the consequences of isolation, of isolating yourself from your family. I mean, if there's one thing Hino is good at, is taking these complex emotional issues and explaining them in a way that kids can understand. But anyway,
Alright, so join us next time when we begin the ever successful era of the Evermore Gazette.
see ya.
Yes.
Last.
See ya.